Today, other interesting culture news, you have a trans weightlifter beating the unofficial women's record by 463 pounds. So this person didn't just lift 463 pounds. That was the delta, the difference between the second best person. Well, it's one of those things where so fascinating. I guess who would have thought there's biological differences between men and women? It's also a great example of South Park predicting yet another cultural phenomenon where, oh dear God. So I'm saving you the eye soreness of this individual lifting. Now, this is an article, or rather, more accurately, it's a tweet, or more accurately, now it's an X. Although the URL is still twitter.com. How long will it be there? I would say only a couple months, my 3 cents. But this is from Redux, also known as REDUXXMAG, or Redux Mag on the Twitter or the X. And they say, quote, a trans-identified male set a Canadian woman's powerlifting record at a championship in Manitoba yesterday. And Andres, who previously mocked female powerlifters, lifted a total of 210 kilograms than the strongest female competitor. Which that is... Maybe Europeans just want to make... Or I guess Europeans and Canadians want to make themselves sound lighter. So instead of saying 463 pounds, which is a lot, oh no, it's only 210 kilograms. Burn, international. Pounds are where it's at. Now, you actually also have an interview with Riley Gaines, who was most famously known for being a swimmer who was surpassed, or rather tied with a biological male who decided to join the female league, changing inside of female locker rooms, while Thomas didn't have any of the surgeries or anything like that. It was just a different swimsuit, and of course, that individual broke records, of course. And Riley Gaines was one of the very few people who had the temerity and the brave to actually speak out when most acquiesced and just cowered, and they just were too scared of being socially ostracized, which she has in many ways, but thankfully there's more and more people supporting her. So this is a brief clip, or rather a tweet from Riley Gaines. And Riley Gaines, and this took place in Canada, her text before the video is, quote, Justin Trudeau's racial disdain for women, little comma thing, and reality, in effect, and also a little clown. She goes on to say, quote, new national and unofficial world record for trans-identifying male and Andres.
Breaking news, there is a new Canadian national record holder in women's powerlifting. The only problem is, it wasn't set by a woman. Trans-identified Anne Andres competed at the 2023 Western Canadian Championships yesterday. According to results, Andres' total powerlifting score was over 210 pounds more than the top-performing female in the same class.
And that was redacted again. That was kilograms. It should have been, or sorry, that was pounds. The metric was kilograms. Later corrected to be about 450 pounds. Dear God. Short blue hair and pink socks. The signature. Now, another oddity is that there are a lot of women in the crowd cheering this person on. So maybe a lot of people are speculating women are more forgiving, or they're more, what's a nice way of saying, more accepting of things like this. But there are a lot of women who are scared they'll be socially ostracized, so I suspect that's why many of them are also quiet, or they're not voicing their concerns about these things.
Not only is this a Canadian national record, sources say that this is an unofficial world record for the class that Andres competed in. And as if his domination competing against the women wasn't enough, watch as he mocks female powerlifters.
Why is women's bench so bad? I mean, not compared to me. We all know that I'm a tranny freak, so that doesn't count. I know we're not talking about Mackenzie Lee. She's got little T-Rex arms, and she's like 400 pounds of chest muscle, apparently. I mean, standard bench in powerlifting competition for women, I literally don't understand why it's so bad.
Let's rephrase that. Women's bench might be bad to you because you're a male who's gone through male puberty with a male amount of testosterone. Being a woman or a female athlete doesn't mean we're inferior or not capable of accomplishing incredible things. but it means we're different to men. And that's exactly why the women's sporting category was ever even created. And we deserve to be recognized and celebrated based off of those physical ceilings and our own uniqueness. Andre's record is a mediocre lift by a mediocre male power lifter because the Canadian Powerlifting Union is discriminating against female athletes.
I mean, let me know in the comments. Is there a compelling reason against Riley Gaines' take on this situation? Or does it make perfect logical sense? And then, what is the long-term outcome of this? Is the goal to completely obfuscate the differences between male and female, just have one class? In which case, subsequently, you'll just have men dominating every category. Because again, there's inherent physical differences between the genders, between the sexes. So it'll be interesting to see what's the long-term outcome. Is there any compromise? Or is there? I don't suspect so, but it'll be interesting to see. Time shall surely tell. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. If you could do us a favor, click that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Also, don't forget to take the time to like and comment. Your feedback is also greatly appreciated. It makes the videos better and better, as the feedback makes my critique of everything from the content to the visuals of the increasing better and better. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.